Hi, everyone. Today we are going to talk about using SIRS Research Database. So you're going to sign into your school district portal. You're going to type SIRS into the search box, and you're going to click on our icon there for SIRS. And you're going to be taken to basically my favorite research database that we have access to here at the school district. Hopefully your internet loads a little faster. There we go. All right. So what SIRS does is it researches issues. So let's say your science class, your social studies class, your English class. I mean, really any class you can think of that you might have to research a topic or an issue that is kind of a hot button topic or a hot button issue and maybe has two sides that you need to explore, right? This is the website for you. All right. Google's great and everything, but please try this. I think you'll enjoy what you can get out of it, especially if your teacher has given you specific things that you need to do or specific types of research that you need to do. So, this is your homepage here. It's going to look like this. And so let's say, I'm in my science class and I need to research climate change, right? So it's already here for me. I'm going to click on that. Now, if you click on one of the kind of hot button issues that they've already kind of put out there for you, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. And what they've done is they've laid out for you, you've got, kind of the main issue here, maybe a little bit of a summary of what the issue is right here in the middle. You'll see we've got some ways to use the document. We'll come back to that. And then we've got kind of a guiding question here. Is it too late to act on climate change? And it's going to give us viewpoints on one side and viewpoints on the other, which is really nice because maybe you're not sure how you feel about a certain thing, or you're not sure which way to lean with your thesis statement, or you want to write, kind of like a discursive essay where you're looking at both sides of an issue. Well, it kind of already splits it up for you, so you kind of know which way an article is leaning. If you keep scrolling down, you'll have some critical questions. Maybe you need help formulating a thesis statement, or if you've been given a broad topic, maybe you need to narrow it down a little bit more. So maybe these critical questions can kind of help you out a little bit. You might notice also that there's an editorial cartoon here. I know a lot of times in social studies classes, you've had to, study editorial cartoons or pick out editorial cartoons and kind of explain what's going on. So this is another way to find them. You get a nice little timeline here. Nice little overview, and then some kind of related topics. So let's go back. Let's say I am going to research this climate change, and I want to maybe look at this article here about how parents need to act to save the planet. That's kind of, okay, interesting. What do our parents need to do? So I'm going to click on this article, and so it's going to give me some information at the top. I know that it's a newspaper, as you can see here. I know the author and the newspaper itself and the date of when it was published. Look, it's very recent. You might have a teacher that wants you to get very recent research. I know the lexile, so I can kind of already tell like the difficulty in reading this article. I get a nice little summary, which is kind of a good place to start, because if within the summary there's nothing interesting in there for me, maybe I go back and I don't want this article. But let's just pretend I've read the summary and I've read the article and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, or I at least want to save it, for later. So over to the right here, you see where it says use this document. I can save it to my cloud. So I can save it to my Google Drive and come back to it later. It is going to create a subfolder within my Google Drive, but all of my articles will then save there, and it'll be just kind of a nice, easy place to go back and find them instead of having to log into this again and look for them later. You might have to just follow, the one click to link your Google account to it, but it's very simple. Just click OK and you're good. Or maybe I know I want to use the article and I've already started typing my essay or something, and now I want to cite the article. So we have the cite button here. And look at that. It automatically gives me MLA 8. So awesome. Maybe I've been told I need to use MLA for my English class. And so now all I have to do is literally copy this and paste this into my works cited. And wow, the citation's done for me. That's awesome. I can also change it. Maybe I'm looking this up for my science class, and so I need to use APA. And there you go. I've got the APA format right there. So this citation feature is really nice. But let me go back home. Let's say I'm not necessarily looking up one of the topics that's here in front of me. And so let's say I just want to kind of search a broad topic, like maybe I'm doing an essay on education. So now I've done a power search, and you can see here all my options that I can narrow down what I've got. I can narrow down looking for newspapers, magazines, images. So again, I'm going to get those editorial cartoons, or I'm going to get some graphs or something. Books, web resources, government sources, scholarly journals. I can also limit to primary sources here. Perhaps I have a teacher that says I have to use at least one primary source in my research, so I can limit that. I can also limit the publication. Maybe I've been told that I have to use research that's written in the last year or so I can make sure that that's all I'm getting. And I can also, even scrolling through, I can see newspaper. I can see the dates, as I'm looking through things right here. It already gives you that information up front. But let's say I'm doing like a Google slide. Let's say I'm doing a presentation and maybe I want to use a graph in my presentation. So I just clicked on this chart. Go figure, this one's not going to pop up. Oh, there it goes. Here we go. So let's say I've got this chart here and I want to use this chart in like a Google Slides or a presentation of some sort. Well, I should credit that. All right. I didn't create the chart. Sometimes we have a habit of just kind of right clicking and copying an image and not giving any credit to where that image came from. We should give credit. So again, I can still copy the image, but then I can hit cite. And I can add the citation to maybe the end of my Google Slides. So maybe at the end of my slideshow, I have one slide that kind of has all my work cited, just like I would do with a research paper to give credit to it. So the nice thing is that even with images, you can cite the images that are here. So overall, I hope that you, it's pretty user-friendly. I hope that you just kind of click around and kind of get comfortable with it. And I hope that you realize that this is a great alternative to Google. And it's really great to get you used to using certain databases that you might be required to use later on in life, especially in college. So give it a shot. I hope you do well. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your librarian. Thank you.